Secretary of State Michele Reagan had her first of 3 meetings last night.
The meeting was an open discussion with voters about their frustration and personal experiences during the March 22nd presidential preference election.
Cronkite News reporter Jessi Schultz was at the meeting.
Voter suppression the whole time.
Secretary of State Michele Reagan nodded and responded as each person came forward to voice their frustrations over the presidential preference election. The March election, organized by the Maricopa County Recorder's Office, was deemed a disaster by some. Due to the lack of polling places and excessively long lines, voters had to wait in.
I was quite disappointed.
People are blaming the system for what individuals are doing, such as Helen Purcell.
The integrity of the very democratic process.
How many more times is this going to happen?
The meeting was held at the Cartwright School District headquarters. Voters were asked to fill out forms with their experience so that Reagan's office can try to prevent the fiasco from happening again. Lydia Hernandez commends Reagan for listening and trying to fix the mistakes.
How often do we have a Secretary of State coming out to our barrio, to our neighborhood? We haven't had it. So the attention and the fact that she was out here to me, doing her due diligence and making sure that she gets enough feedback, I love that.
Ted Montego, a native of Arizona and a veteran, said he couldn't wait in the long lines and in turn didn't get to cast his ballot.
We should have the privilege to vote, which we were denied. Who's responsible for this? I don't know.
Superintendent of Cartwright School District offered his own solution for the future.
We would be willing to offer 20 of our schools to be polling places.
Reagan seemed grateful for the offer and the stories shared. In Phoenix, Jessi Schultz, Cronkite News.
The U.S. Justice Department is also looking into the presidential preference election to see if Arizona complied with voting rights.
Reagan's next meeting will be held tomorrow night at 5:30 p.m. at the Church of the Beatitudes on 7th Avenue and Glendale.